We're here today with Ron Tempsky, Vice President of Security Solutions for Logicalis. Ron, before we get started, can you talk a little bit about your tagline, enabling your digital way of life? What's the meaning behind that?
Sure, Jamie. So what we wanted to do was take a little bit of a different approach to security and change this perception that's existed in the market for so long, where security is the folks who say no to everything, or this idea that security is on the opposite end of a balance scale from productivity and ease of use. And if I want something to be more productive or easier to use, I have to make it less secure. And while that was true historically, we think those days are past us now. And in fact, security is a key enabler of productivity. One of the taglines we even use as well is this idea that security must be the enabler of yes, not the facilitator of no.
Great, Ron. Thanks for sharing that. So today we're going to talk about CiscoOne and how it relates to security. But first, can you provide a little background on some of the challenges our customers are facing today?
Clearly there's a lot of challenges in security, but we'll focus just on two for this video. The first is really that so many customers just don't know where to start with security. It's so complex and it's so daunting that deciding where do I begin and how do I set my priorities can be a very difficult problem. And what can help with that is the idea of a security framework. And there's many in the market. There's CIS, NIST, ISO, HITRUST, and they all have their pros and cons for a specific customer. For those customers who are kind of unsure where to start even with the framework, we recommend they start with the CIS 20. It's a set of 20 critical security controls, and that number makes it very approachable, right? We can wrap our heads around the idea of 20 controls, and it's a great place to start with security that can really help ensure you're prioritizing in the right areas. The other challenge we've seen is that historically many customers have bought security in a best-of-breed approach, meaning they'll look for what they perceive to be the best firewall, the best intrusion prevention detection system, and on and on. What they end up with is a collection of truly great solutions, but that aren't integrated together, that aren't sharing threat intelligence, that aren't automated, and it makes it much harder for the customer to manage, requiring a great deal of manual labor and lacking that ability to really automate and cooperate with one another in addressing security.
Perfect, Ron. So CiscoOne. CiscoOne is the way in which customers will now be procuring, consuming, and managing Cisco software and licenses. Let's close out by talking a bit about CiscoOne and how it can help customers address the problems that you just described.
Sure, Jamie. So what CiscoOne helps is really address the architectural problem I described. CiscoOne allows our customers to consume Cisco technology in a manner that provides for the automation and integration I talked about, but they can do it at a pace that matches their needs without having to go back and creating new purchase orders and acquiring more licenses every time they want to add a component to the system. CiscoOne makes that life cycle easy and seamless for our customers.
Ron, thank you very much for being here today.
Oh, it's great to be here, Jamie.
On behalf of Logicalis and Ron Tempsky, I'm Jamie O'Brien, Director of Software Support. Until next time.